So our next part of this functions unit, or getting into functions, is functions as sentences. Now, in this point in time, with this stuff going on and we're being virtual, I kind of want to do it the opposite way, which is typical Mr. Jeffries fashion. Okay, I'm not going to have you write a sentence. We're going to actually use sentences and charts and go backwards. Okay, I think you'll actually get more out of that personally with what we have going on. So that's kind of what we're doing. Now, it says given a table or sentence, we're able to write it for. Now, we're going to do this. This is our linear function, and we can change this to like f of x or whatever as we go on. So, and we'll look at that a little bit more. This is close to like some linear modeling and stuff, basically. So it kind of covers a little thing. All right. We need to notice the change in y values. That will be our m. Okay, that will be our slope. And when x equals 0, that y value will be our b, or our y-intercept. Now, like all my notes, this doesn't make sense until we actually start using it. Okay, so example 1. All right, so we look right here. What is our change in y's? Well, it looks like we're adding 3 each time. Okay. What is our y value when x is 0? Well, when x is 0, y is 4. And now all we have to do is plug that in. So 3x plus 4. And we're done. Amazing. That's because I'm a genius. Well, and y'all are too. Okay, literally, that's what we do. I have the notes set up for those that are plugging it in or printing them off and doing them. I have it set up just like that so you can have things done just like we were in class. Okay, that's what I want. That's the goal. All right, let's look at example 2 here. So we have to find the change in y values. Well, it looks like we're adding 4 each time. Okay. What is the y value when x is 0? Now, I know this looks funny. I took this from something else where it didn't have this, and I wasn't going to have you find it. That's not the point right now. All right. But when x is 0, y is 1. Okay. So plug this in. We have 4x plus 1. I'm going to cover that up. And that's it. Okay. So that's kind of where we're at with this and kind of what we need to be doing. So that's from charts. Now, if we're looking at, from sentences, okay, keywords, all right, words like rate, per, or every, whatever that is going to be our M. Now, this is where we can actually get a little creative. Some people will use f of x or something like that. I kind of want to we started with the y. We're kind of going to move on away from that to step up our math game a little bit. Okay. So it says Allie reads at a constant rate of 25 pages per hour. Okay. That was our per. All right. Now, we can say, all right, we're doing reading. Okay. So reading of x. I'm doing r of x for reading. Okay. What was our rate? 25 pages per hour. That's it. Okay. All we did was really just change this right here instead of it saying y. Normally you would say this. All right. And we don't have a constant right here because, you start off with 0 pages each hour. Okay. So that's, kind of why it goes like that. So it's kind of, the whole process, crawl, walk, jog, run, sprint, pass out, whatever. Okay. But that's it. Now, this is kind of what we're looking for. And I can't have this like super critical for some of your homework and testing purposes because I've got so many of you, I'm going to get different answers for everything. All right, but this is one of those concept things, what's going to be your M, what's going to be your B, all that kind of stuff. Okay. All right, so let's look at this. Avery runs 4 miles per hour. Okay, so we could say R again of X. Okay, so 4 miles every hour. Well, that's our M. Okay, that's our every. That was our key word there. Okay, that's it. I know. I heard you. It's easy. All right. So word problems. This is all a word problem. All right. So Bennett and his friends. Blah blah blah. We don't need to know that. Let's look for our keywords here. Okay. The cost for the group is $15 per shoe rental plus $4 per game. Okay. So we have two different things here. Here we have something plus and then a per. Well, let's say we're going to do, since we're saying cost, we're going to do C of X because it's cost. All right. Now, you could write this like this. How much do they have to pay for the shoe rental? $15. Plus, how much is it per game? You could write it like this, or if you're a stickler, you can write it like this, but that's it. Okay. Again, we're not being super crazy, not being super fancy. If you stick to the basic things, okay, don't get distracted. Don't sit there and chase the white rabbit. Just this is what we need to know. Okay. All right. Ace Telephone Company charges a flat fee of $15 for wireless device and $8 per gig. Okay, write a function rule. Okay, so we're going to say B of X because that's our bill. I could done C again, but I want to do something different. All right, so you got to pay $15. So 15 is our constant, and then $8 per gig. So that's our per. So 8X. And again, you could write it like this, and you're done. All right. Mr. Thompson is on a diet. This is just a random person. Don't sit there and say, "Oh, he's talking about Mr. Thompson." No. Okay. All right. He's on a diet. So think about it. All right. He currently weighs this. He loses 4 pounds per month. All right. So we're going to actually do this as W of X. So weight. Okay. So he currently weighs this. Now loses is subtracting. So we're going to subtract 4 per X. Okay. So that's kind of what it is. He's losing 4 pounds per month. He starts at 260 minus however many months he's on his diet. Now, honestly, that I don't see anything wrong with writing stuff like this. Okay. Because the associative property still stands. You're still going to get the same answer. And I'm not actually having you write this out or type it out. I'm having you find the key parts to it. Okay. Just like we're doing with the underlining. All right. And here is another chart. So let's look here. Boop, ba-doop, ba-doop, ba-doop. All right. So we got to find change in Y's. Looks like we're adding 5. So we could actually say this one, we could say Y, or we could, let's get fancy. Let's say F of X. Okay. So we know we're changing or adding 5 each time. So this would be 5X. So I'm going to do it both ways here. All right. Now, what is our Y value when X is 0? 3. That's it. I promise a lot of this stuff is a lot easier than what people try to make it. Start simple, one step at a time. Okay. I'm not trying to throw you a curveball. That I wouldn't want to do it in class, nor in this crazy situation we're in now. This is what it is. Let's do it.